Okay, so arms out. And bend. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. So really dropping the shoulders down. Let's rotate to your right. And center, keep the hips facing front. Take the arms up, reach up with the arms, drop the shoulders. Just lean across to your left. And center. Arms out and down. And bend. And then just roll all the way up through the back. So just lovely back mobility. Head and shoulders at last. Let's take the arms back out. Rotate to the left. Take the head with you. Keep the right side of the hip facing front. And center. Arms up, reach up with the arms, drop the shoulders. And over. You can just relax a bit more into it if you want to. Dropping the shoulders, arms out and down. Okay, bend, arms forward. Take them back, try and flatten down. Palms facing the ceiling. On the thighs, and again rolling up, head and shoulders up last. Now let's just step a little bit wider, knees bend, and squat. Okay, so take the right side backwards and straighten the right leg. So rather than going over this way, go backwards so that you keep the knee below 90 degrees of flexion. And center. And flatten through. Hands back on the thighs and back up. Straighten the left leg and again push backwards rather than going that way. And center. Okay, coming down. Okay, hands down. Straighten the legs because you've now got the weight going through the arms. now turn over your left shoulder and step through into plank. Good. Now, elbows slightly bent. Okay, so you've got your legs hip distance apart. It doesn't matter which leg first because we'll just alternate. Take one leg over the back of the other heel. So you basically got the front of the foot over the back of the other heel. And down. And the other one. Now try and keep all the weight in the centre rather than rolling to one side or the other. And down. And again. Cross. Keep breathing. And down. And the other side. And down. Knees down. Release the feet. Pelvis back. So sinking into it, flattening the forehead onto the floor. Okay, now coming forward. Let's bring the knees under the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows slightly bent. And again, try not to be doing this with the shoulders. Just pull them away from the ears. And just try and get the neck in line with the rest of the back. Now replace the hands with the elbows. Bring one knee in towards the centre, but not the whole way. And straighten the other leg. So the supporting knee isn't right under the hip anymore, but it's not in the midline either. And then lift the leg. Now let's lift this up. Try and get the knee straight. Okay, now just bring the knee through the middle, the shin is off the floor, and back up. And again. And up. And again, so we're already working the glutes here and the hamstrings, where they work as synergists to help the glutes extend the hip, lift, and in. Try not to round the back out, and up. Now drop this leg down to round about hip height. And then just bend from the knee and extend. So hamstrings now where they flex the knee. Obviously glutes 2. extend. Curl. Extend. And curl. And extend. Now rotate the knee out. And back round. So the knee's going from facing down to facing out. External rotators and round. And back down to face the floor. And again out. And round. Last time. And round. Okay, now just put the ball of the foot down on the floor. Remember which leg you've done, namely the extended one. We're going to come back to the other one in just a minute. And then bring the knees together and roll up. Okay, so let's take the arms up like we did standing. Reach up with the arms, drop the shoulders. Now try and keep the pelvis above the knees and just lean back a bit. So we just get a bit of controlled hyperextension through the back. Now we don't often hyperextend back, but it's really good to do now and again, seeing as we all spend a lot of our time slouching. Come back to upright, back in neutral, arms out and down. Okay, just bring the arms through and up and forward in front of the chest. Take one arm through, just circle it round, follow through. And the other one. Okay, now just bring the hands behind the back, link the fingers, and just come over here, closing down the hip. Now try lift and lower with the arms, lift and lower, lift, lower, lift, lift, lift. Keep lengthening the neck. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the back. Up, up, up. Two more, up. Last time. Whew. Okay, arms through. Return the knees to under the hips. Get elbows slightly bent. Make sure you're not dipping like this or coming the other way. You want to be somewhere in between. Neutral is where you've got a little dip in the lower back. So we're going to do the other side now. So replace the hands with the elbows. So the other knee, so the knee that of the leg you worked last time comes in, sort of in between being under the hip and the midline. Straighten the other leg and lift. Okay, bend, bring it through. Shin parallel to the floor, roughly. Try not to completely round the back out. Up. Really lock the knee. Keep breathing. Through. And up. And again, coming through. And up. Last time. And up. Now drop the leg to hip height. And then bend the knee. And extend. And again. Try not to roll the hips. And extend. And again. And extend. So we've got one more of these. And again. And extend. Now hold it here at hip height, roll the knee out. And back round. And again. And round. And again. Try and get the knee totally straight. And round. Last time. And round with the knee parallel to the floor. Then put the ball of the foot down. And knees together. And just reach forward with the arms. Try and get the forehead and the nose down. Okay, bringing the hands up. And let's sit down. Onto the base of the pelvis. Arms in front, and with control, rolling down. Make it even all the way. Arms over, forward at the ears. Okay, now try and pull the lower back towards the floor with the knees almost straight, tummy in towards the back, and without pulling it in any further, bend the knees and put the feet on the floor. Good. Bring the arms over onto the floor either side and lift the knees above the hips. Right angles in the hips and the knees. One leg forward, just above the floor, and in. And the other one. And in. So, if you want to stay with that, that's fine, or you can take one forward and the other up. Try and go straight up and in. And the other side. One forward, one up. And in. So let's just run it together. You don't need to take the top leg up though, you can keep it bent with the knee above the hip and at a 90-degree angle if you want to. Keep breathing. Make sure your back doesn't arch out of neutral. And in. Keep breathing. Keep going. Okay, bring the knees over the chest. Bring the legs down. Roll onto your left side, facing me. So knees bent forward with the hips a bit here. Now what I want to do to start is to straighten the legs in line with the body. Try and get a nice line from the middle of the ear, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle. Bring the right hand in front, left elbow forward the shoulder, and then use the left hand to support the head and neck and rotate. Now pull the waist away from the floor. So really nice side lying, transverse plane, back mobility. Lengthen the legs, pull the waist in. Back through. Now just lift both legs off the floor. You should feel a bit of a wobble if you're in neutral. Lift the top leg hip height. bottom leg forward, top leg back. Again, don't worry if you're wobbling, you should be wobbling if you're in neutral. And change. And change. Keep the knees straight. And change. You put the hand in front if you want to stabilise, that's fine. Bring the legs back together. And down. Okay, so let's just bend both knees now forward. A little bit here. Straighten the right leg back in line with the body. And lift. Keep the knee facing me. Lower. Keep the right shoulder pulled away from the right ear. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. And again, lift. And lower. And take the leg forward. So it's in line with the bottom knee, and then just bend the knee forward in front of the hip. And straighten back in line with the bottom leg. Keeping the leg about hip height again. And again, bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bring both knees in front now. So you've got right angles in both hips, not just the front one. Okay, bring the right knee into the chest. Okay, and back in front of the hip. Try not to tuck the pelvis out of neutral. And again, in. And back. in. And back. And in. And back. And rest. So let's roll onto the back. Cross the right ankle above the left knee. And roll the left knee towards the floor. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Just gently pull the inside edge of the right knee towards the floor. Keep the right shoulder facing the ceiling. Now I'm just going to switch because I was in the mirror image. So I need to stretch my other side. You stay where you are. Again, try and lengthen the neck, facing the ceiling. So again, this is lovely back mobility. And obviously we're stretching here through those muscles we just worked, right through into the lower back. And coming back through, foot back on the floor, hands to the small of the back, and use the arms to come up to sitting. Okay, so let's take the legs wide. Knees facing the ceiling. Okay, forward. Inhale, exhale, let's try and go a little bit lower. Coming back up. Again, try and sit up out of the pelvis. Bring the arms through. Reach up, drop the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, rotate towards the right leg. And center. Other one. And center, arms out, over. Onto the elbow if you can, you don't have to, you can stay here. Just try and keep the knees facing the ceiling. And center. Other side, so again, come down if you can, if you want to, you don't have to. Stay here if you want to, it's fine. And and center, arms down. This way. Okay, so we're going to have the hands under the shoulders. Bring the knees together, drop them back a bit, back in neutral. Okay, bend. Pushing up. Try and keep the back in neutral. Down. And up. Okay, now take the pelvis back. So like a down dog, but on the knees. Nose and forehead down. Okay, forward. Bend. Now this time, come up through cobra. Try and clear the floor with the pelvis if you can. And up. And back. Nose, forehead down. And again. Forward. Bent. Back in neutral at this point. Push through. Cobra. Try not to sink into the shoulders. And up. And forward. Last time. Bend. Push through. And up. Okay, hands in, round through the front. Sitting down. Arms in front. Decline. Stay in neutral. Okay, elbows out, shoulder height. Squeeze them into the middle. Okay, clasp the hands, push up. Up. Now try and keep the decline neutral position. Up, 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 up. Try and keep the forearms together. Keep breathing. Try not to drop the elbows below the shoulders. Keep breathing. Okay, release. Keep the decline in the back and then just take the fingers behind. Open out across the chest here. Arms in front and roll with control. All the way down. Bend the knees, feet on the floor. Back in neutral if you're not sure what that is. It's like just the point where you can just about squeeze the fingers under the lower back, just. Really sort of like you could probably slide a piece of paper underneath. And you've got the top of the pelvis and the base of the pelvis lined up horizontally and parallel to the ceiling. And pull the tummy into the back in that position. Arms over, forward of the ears. Try not to lift the shoulders though towards the ears. Okay, inhale. Exhale, lift and cross. Inhale, lift across the other way. And down. And the other way. Down. Cross. And down. And again. Down. So really with control. Other way. One more time each side. Other way. Down. Okay, fingers up to the ceiling. Palms down. So as before, let's bring the knees above the hip, feet level with the knees, shins parallel to the ceiling, back stays in neutral. One leg up, one forward. And in. Don't forget, you don't have to take one leg straight up. You can keep it bent. Really anchor the shoulder blades onto the floor. So getting some dynamic stretch here for the hamstrings if you've got one leg going up. Don't worry though, if you can't do that, you still want the leg to be going forward of the hip, away from the head in that direction, because you'll struggle to keep neutral. So if that's happening, bend the top knee. Okay, and bring the knees over the chest. Whew. Okay, feet down. Rolling onto your right side, facing me. Knees forward a minute. And now straighten the legs. And then as before, what you want is a nice line going from the middle of the ear, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle. And if you're in that line, even with the legs on the floor, you should feel a bit wobbly, particularly if you're trying to pull the waist away from the direction of the floor. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the back. Now, left hand in front of the chest, right elbow forward of the shoulder. Use the right hand to support behind the neck. Keep the hips where they are. And here we go. So again, really nice back mobility here. Keep pulling the waist away from the floor. So again, you should constantly feel a little bit wobbly, even if it doesn't show. If you don't, your legs are either forward or behind the trunk, and they're supporting you. Try not to do this with the shoulder, drop it away from the ear. and the fingers up. Quite hard, one going down, one going up. Okay, come back round onto the side. Left hand on the body. And lift the legs. So as you lift again, you should feel a wobble, and then your core will just kick in here and stabilise you, at least enable you to balance. Keep breathing. Top leg in line with the body, but both legs lifted. You can put the left hand in front on the floor if you want to. Watch the neck. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the back. Bottom leg forward first, top leg back, because that's the easier one to balance, so do that one first. So you just recruit the right muscles here. Keep the knees straight and change. And change. And change. And bring the legs back together. And down. Now just bend both knees forward at the hips a bit. And straighten the left leg in line with the body. So really lock the knee. Again, keep pulling the waist away from the direction of the floor. It doesn't matter if it doesn't pull right off the floor, don't worry about that. Just pull it in that direction. And lift. And lower. Keep breathing. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Now bring that left leg forward in line with the bottom leg. And then just bend the left knee in front of the hip. Try not to tuck the pelvis under. You want right angle in the hip and the knee. And straighten in line with the bottom leg. And again. And straighten. And again. Keep breathing and straighten. And again. And straighten. Okay, and again, bringing the bottom knee forward, so both knees are in front of the hip now. And then left knee forward, keep the right angle in the knee. And push back. Just make sure you're not tucking the pelvis under. Out of neutral, you still should have that little dip in the lower back. And again, keep the right angle in the knee. So you should just about be able to see along the shin into the foot. And back, line up. And again, keep breathing. And back. Watch the back. I had to correct mine there as well. In. And back. Back in neutral. And rest. Ooh. Now rolling onto the back. Okay, so you've used your left leg this time. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Left ankle above the right knee. Arms down, palms on the floor. And then drop your right knee towards the floor. Hand towards the outside of the knee and just let it come into the floor a bit. Left shoulder facing the ceiling. Relax into that. Again, I'm going to switch over because I've done the other side. Try and relax into it. Use your breathing. Coming back through. Foot back on the floor. Hands to the small of the back. Use the hands to push up. And again, legs wide. Okay, again, sitting up out of the pelvis. You can have the legs like this if you're more comfortable like that. Let's come forward. So exhale as you come forward. Then just take deep breaths in and out and relax. And maybe try and go a little bit lower again. So it's stretching the hamstrings, inner thigh. And we're obviously mobilising the back. We've got flexion here in the back. Knees facing the ceiling. roll up. Lovely. Take the right arm up. Okay, try not to hold on to the elbow. Okay, arms out and over. And turn. So now we're adding transverse plane movement here onto frontal plane. Again, lovely stretch, primarily here now, hamstrings and obviously the back. And again, see if you can go a little bit lower. Use your breathing. As you breathe out, try and relax a bit more into it. And then let's just come back via the centre. You should find that you go a little bit lower to where you were before. And rolling up. Excellent. Again, sitting up. The triceps here. We used the upper arm a lot tonight. And out. Over left. Again, come all the way down if you can. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Keep the knees facing the ceiling. And turn. So again, use your breathing, inhale, exhale, see if you can just relax a little more into it. Okay, and centre. Just go a little bit lower if you can, just beyond where you were before. Obviously work within your own range, but hopefully you'll have achieved a little bit more range. And coming up. Good. So let's bring the legs through. Onto the feet. And then roll all the way up. Whole spine flexion through to extension. Arms out. So let's bend. Inhale and exhale. And again, last time. Bend, inhale, exhale. And bring the arms all the way round. And